How's it going, YouTube? Today, honing video. It's been a little bit since I do a honing video, and today I want to do it on, obviously you are reading the title, but on German stones, Thuringians, Thuris, or however you pronounce it. These are not your normal Eschers. Just disclaimer, all Eschers are Thuris. Not all Thuris are or were Eschers. Eschers was just basically a brand. Whoever owned the mine or whatever. Eschers are high quality. If it is not an Escher, doesn't mean that it's not a high quality. Just like in Japanese naturals, a lot of variables can make that stone a good stone or a bad stone. It doesn't matter really where the mine that it came from. It could be a Nakayama, it could be a Zuku, or whatever. So what do I got here? These are small versions. I have no idea the history on these. I got them from Germany. I'm gonna post the website below so you guys can see it. And these are two different colors. If you're not familiar with Thuris, I am not a expert on these stones. A little bit I know, I gather from most of you that are watching or reading, translating websites. So there are different colors, and that's how they classify them. So you have more like a yellow, green, and then you have, they call it blue. This one's pretty dark, and this one is actually green. I don't know if you guys can see it, but they're different shades. Some of the yellow ones are really yellow. I don't know if this is a yellow or a green, but it's a very light green. So if you're gonna buy an Escher, you'll be ready to pay $300, $400, $500. I see them all the way to $1,000 if they have the labels intact. If you're collecting, that's great. If you just use stones to sharpen knives or razors, I recommend these. These perform really well, and they're cheaper. That's important, right? As long as they perform well. So today I wanted to just show you how these perform. I reset the bevel and took it from 1K, 3K, and 8K Naniwa Superstone, and so now I'm just gonna finish the razor on this stone. I finished about 4 razors with this one and 4 with this one, and a lot of them have been gold dollars to compare which one it has a finer edge at the end, and I can't tell. I think this one is harder. They act very similar, but I feel like this one is a harder stone. But harder doesn't always mean finer edge. So let's get started. So I had 2 Thuris in the past. Very nice stones, Solent, like I do most of my stones. I kind of regret one was a celebrated Thuri, and it had a nice wooden box and everything. I really enjoyed it. Bring it here so you can hear, possibly. So this razor is from the United States, King Rock, USA, and it's a blue steel. So it's the first one that's a harder steel, I think, that I hone. Let's see how it acts. And the reason I'm using this one is just easier for you guys to see how it works. The other one works basically the same thing. It's just an inch wide though. So if you're not used to honing on very small stones, that one could be a little challenge. This one is easy. It's perfect actually. You can do, they call it Japanese strokes, half strokes. Speed up the process a little bit. And I hone on these almost the same way I hone with Japanese naturals. I hone with the slurry. And then I start diluting just like a Japanese stone. The cool thing about these is that they actually act very similar when it comes to reading when you're done or almost done. And I explain myself. So usually if you have a very hard stone like an Arkansas, you had to go by a lot of hearing more than the feel of the razor. Why? You're using oil, and when you're using oil like that, you don't get that. Drop one water there. It's too slick, at least for me. So the razors don't stick as much. You can feel a difference as they're getting sharper, but not like with Japanese naturals and Thuris and also some cauticles. Right? When I hone with my Arkansas, I kind of listen more than feeling. I'm feeling with my honing, obviously, but I want to listen. The pitch of the stroke sounds different. It's kind of like a high pitch hissing when it's getting finer and finer. I don't know. Maybe it's just me talking shit, right? So this is that one. Let's put this one to the side. Get the other one a chance to get in the action. This is one of my test racers. So I'll be sharing with that tomorrow. So this one I'm gonna use this little Nagura rubbing stone. Guess it's not an Nagura since it's not Japanese, right? Raise a slurry, and you can see this one is a little harder. If I rub this stone with on that other one, it definitely raises a slurry like immediately. And there she comes. I feel like this one is faster. I don't know. I wasn't timing it or anything, but I feel like I finished the exact same razor on this stone faster than I did with the other one. But I don't know. Maybe it was the other way. Just doing a bunch of different strokes so you guys can see how can you do those type of strokes with a small stone like this one. And you can see the slurry on this one is already dark gray. That's why I say this one is faster. And it doesn't have a lot of slurry, and it's really hard to keep a slurry on a stone this small. I kind of like to balance it. And I don't know if you guys can hear the pitch is actually higher as I'm using this stone than it was in the other one. So I think it's finer, but at the end, I seriously did not notice the difference, and the shades were both awesome. Right? This one is already getting sticky. This one definitely has a higher pitch. So we're getting there. I can feel it grabbing a little bit. Still go more. All these strokes that I've been doing this whole time have been like no weight. Just the weight of the blade. A lot of people ask, what is the weight of the blade? And basically, it's hard to describe, right? Over the video. What I tell people is the only weight that I put on my stones is the force that takes for me to make contact with the stone and ensure that there's contact on that edge. That's it. That's all I need, just to have contact. So you don't want to go so light that you don't know if you're lifting it and it's not contacting properly. There's some people that actually have pounds, you know, put this many pounds on the razor down. That's way too complicated. How do you gauge pounds with your... That's insane. If you can, I mean, that's cool. So I'm not gonna drag this video anymore. I just wanted you guys to see how these little stones act. Going back to this one, and yeah, you can definitely hear it. The pitch on this one. See, this one is super sticky. Means that that small stone is finer than this one. Haha, did not know. Usually darker stones of the same style, I guess, are harder. That's not with every stone, obviously, but like with Osukus, my experience is that the darker it is, the harder it is. So if you like a harder stone, I guess. But oh yeah, that's nice and sticky. Look at that. Ooh. All right. So what I'm gonna do is palm strap, and then I'm gonna go to the smaller and finish up. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'm not gonna keep going. You guys seen how I finish my racers. Basically the same way I finish all my racers on Japanese naturals. So there you got it. There you have it. I'm gonna post the link below. These are not very expensive, yet they're really nice and provide an excellent shaving edge. That's all. You guys have a good one.